Our problem with oversized creatures has come to a head. We have found the perfect place to build your Uncle Minucius's city, but the area is ferociously guarded by a giant malevolent gopher. That fool Hermes was spotted in the area, so I suspect he is to blame for our gopher problem. Luckily, Artemis became very excited when she heard of all the giant creatures here, so maybe she can help us with our trouble. Until we find an effective way of handling our big animal problem, there is nothing for you to do but to continue building up Atlantis into the most glorious city ever.
Yes, indeed. Hey guys, welcome back to Poseidon at Massive Atlantis. I'm going to start with that instead. And we are on a mission big game hunting. So all we have to do is build a Sajuuk to Artemis, fulfill a quest, and get our people up to 2,000 and have 1,500 people in townhouse or better. So nothing too complicated. So let's just head to the city and pause. And of course we've got the city as it was before. We can now build elite housing. So I'm going to take the opportunity in this mission to plan out elite housing because we will need it for later. And we're not going to need this, so I will get rid of it. We don't need to summon Theseus again, so I can move this, put the new housing block there, put another housing block there, and I'll be able to, you know, put that palace somewhere else on this map. Maybe down here, I don't know. We will have to expand our olive oil production, but we'll have a look at the city. We've still got Amphier, that's what they said, Amphier and Euamos, so because we can still sell stuff to them and boost our profits, I think. But we can also produce armor, so we can just put down all that stuff there and get the stuff right up to the top level. Actually, I don't think we need to just check. Oh, we can build a pyramid now. I think we need that later, but I don't think we need to worry about it right now. Oh, we can build all the remaining things. We can build a museum. Let's see. Aphrodite's here in Artemis Menagerie. We'll just build Artemis Menagerie. There should be another building here, which I don't think we can access right now. So I don't think we'll get to the top level just yet. I don't think anyway. So what I'll do is I don't know how many houses we've got. We've got all these people here. Let's just run time on actually. I'll save off camera. So we'll just delete all of this. We don't need that anymore. That's going to lose as a monument, which is no biggie. And our goals updated? No. Oh, we've got 1728, so I just need to evolve this housing block and then we'll be fine. And can I fit stuff in? That is that is that's I can't get that in there, damn it. It's a pain. Just leave that there, I suppose. We have 960 people in townhouses. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and evolve this house. I'll plan out more housing, and we are going to start also planning out our elite block down here because I'm going to need elite housing. And I think it's a good idea if I start it now. And I'm also going to need to put down a granary to accept meat, so because I'll need to get it for a certain god we need to summon for the quest. So I'll come back in a bit once I've done all the planning. Okay guys, so I have been doing a lot of planning around here. As you can see, I planned out my 2 elite blocks right here, end to end, with the museum just nicely fitting in there. So up here I'm going to have all the food and stuff for this area. And I'll also have a granary and all that for accepting meat. Meat is going to be stockpiled, it will not be taken by the people. And yeah. I've also moved the palace to here.
Hello, darling.
Yes, good for you, Aphrodite. I'm going to have a housing block just here. And I've moved this palace down so I can get another housing block right in there. And it'll look all nicely done like that. And I'm going to put this here. This here. I'm going to put the W tower there. I'm going to put all these big buildings over here. I've got a happiness monument which I've just put there because I've had to move everything around. This block will not have access to labs, it will have access to museum stuff, so it'll count as both, I think. I can't remember because the Poseidon things change a lot. And this housing block, oh, this block has evolved just by this. Okay, fine, so just this will be enough to keep it all happy and going. Tax office, and I don't think we can't build the elite housing yet because I don't have monuments, so not a big deal. What we'll do is, how much food are we producing? We're producing enough for a surplus, but that's not as much as I'd like. I'd like to have, let's see, down this side I'm going to have more like, carding sheds and such. Let's just spam sheep, like so. Housing goal has been met apparently. Oh yeah, because we've just evolved housing, that's why. Let's just put down food. And fleece will get this block right up to the next level. We'll put down a lab. God, this is a big building, isn't it? That can go there. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll put that there. What about the infirmary? It doesn't fit in there. That's just not good. I'll have to put the nicey blocks stuff there. What we'll do is we'll put the tax office somewhere else. We'll put that in the corner. Tax office can go there. That house is going to evolve. And yeah, I'll probably have 2 common blocks, one this way, one that way. So there'll be 2 blocks just here, and that'll provide me with all the population I need, because I won't get all the blocks up here. And now, we can't sell any more orichalc, I believe, because we've run out, yes. Now, what's our olive oil like? It's not too bad, but I would like to... Oh, there's population 1 out of 2,000. That means we met that target. So all I have to do now is build a sanctuary and fulfill a quest. So not too difficult, this mission. And I'm going to put down the population monument. Might as well put it there. That house is going to evolve, and that'll allow me to reduce my wage rates over time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out more stuff. I'm going to let this run. I'm going to expand this olive oil business because it's not as much as I'd like. Let's just put down 4 more. And I'm also going to put down more growers' lodges. 1, 2, 3. And we'll put down some extra olive trees like so. Just boost that right up. Give us plenty of olive oil. And then we can start selling it. So what I'll do is I'll let this run. Uamos is going to buy all the olive oil I produce. Like so, we'll sell off 8 at a time. And I'll also, before I get to any of those goals, I'll start to work on getting this built. So I can get some elite housing, which will allow us to be prepared for later. And I'm going to need more workers anyway. So yeah, I'll let this run. I'll come back in a bit later if there's anything to show. Okay, so I've planned out another block which is going to go here. And down here I've also put down 2 granaries. One's going to be getting wheat. I might actually have a connecting road across there. And this granary here is going to accept meat, which is on stockpile. Oops. As you can see, stockpile. During that little cut-off point, Minusis was discovered. Minusis, or whatever the fuck it is, I can't remember how it was said. And they buy black marble and sell me things I don't need. So what I can do is, I can produce black marble. So what I will do, we just sweep over to here. Over here, you're going to accept black marble, and we're going to have 1 black marble workshop just here. Oh, get out of the way. I might get rid of this refinery. I don't think we're going to really need this anymore. Because, well, we might. I'll leave it as that. But we'll get plenty of olive oil in. We've not sold any yet, because they do have to come crisscrossing across here to get to all that stuff. But we've got everything nicely sorted out. Loads of workers are coming in, which is what we want. We want a big unemployment issue. And let me just see. If I can get everyone off this one tile, I can get a carding shed right in there, which locks down that whole corner. Just everyone has to go there for their farm, their herding stuff. But it's okay for now. So I've got all this planned out. Just need more monuments really. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start planning out Artemis' sanctuary. Now Artemis' sanctuary is big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that not there, because that's a great place to put it, but it's actually a bad idea because reasons. So what I will do is I'll put Artemis' sanctuary over here because it's just nicely out of the way, and I'll move stuff around to get it in. So we'll put that there. I need to replace that marble workshop with that, and that's going to be a roadblock there. We'll just put that there. We'll put down the replacement masonry shop, sorry, in there. This needs wood. Oh, it needs some sculpture. So I'm going to have to make bronze, I think. I don't think there's any bronze down here. It's just orichalc. So what I'll do is I'll set... let's just put down timber mill. Just put a timber mill there, and we'll have one just there too. We'll get 2 timber mills going. And what I'll do is I'll also put down a storehouse, which is going to go and get sculpture. And up here we're going to start another industry, so I'm going to just draw the road out like this. And we're going to put down this to accept sculpture. And we're going to put down foundry. 1, 2, 3. And we'll put down 2 sculpture studios like so. I'll move this around as I need to. I may move all this up a lot closer into this corner here where it's near to this bronze copper ore, sorry. And yeah. So at this point there's nothing to do except wait. I just need the people to come in. I'm gonna just...
Most favored mortal, fetch me the thing I seek.
Quest, animals for the menagerie. I, Artemis, have seen the large and unusual animals that roam your land, and I would love to add them to my extensive big animal collection. Send for the renowned Atalanta to help me coral them, and I'll be extremely grateful. Atalanta is a new god we can summon, a new hero, sorry, for Poseidon. And I will show you her requirements right now on camera. At Atalanta, you only have to summon her twice, if I remember. Okay, so here's what she needs. She needs a sanctuary to Artemis, which kind of makes the gold useless for that. A working museum. We need 32 sides of meat and 32 planks of wood in storage. And we need 8 companies of soldiers. Now, soldiers, it just doesn't really matter. As you can see, we've got plenty of lame old archers from here. So you don't need to build up an elite housing for this goal here whatsoever. I'm actually going to delete that and move it because it's in an awkward place. Let's just put it there. So all I need to do is build a sanctuary and store up some meat and wood. So what I'm going to do is over here, we're going to put a... let's see. Let's put it here. Actually no, let's put it there. And this is going to accept wood. And this is not going to accept wood anymore. This is going to just accept orichalc. And yeah, so we'll get the wood stored up. We'll get the stuff all ready for... This doesn't have any artisans, which is not helpful, but that's okay. I need to boost workers anyway. So what I'll do is I'll let this run. I'll let the meat stockpile. It's stockpiling very quickly because of this one hunter's lodge just buying everything. Got all the food down here. So once I get monuments, I can start planning out elite housing, which will be good. So what I'll do is I'll let this run. Evolve more housing. And I'll come back if there's anything interesting to show. Okay, so we have put down more housing here because we needed more housing. This is going to get up to tenement level. At the same time, I've also put down a few extra buildings here and there, trying to, you know, basically provide everything that's needed. These are going to be walking some very long distances to get all the way up here, but it's fine. Meanwhile, I set up the sculpture industry as you saw. Got this bridge here so it makes them get there quicker. And I've stopped waiting for this, so I've put down the Artisans Guilds, and everything's going fairly swimmingly actually. Looks as if we're running out of olives in some places, so I may want to put down more growers lodges simply to boost production. Like so, just sort of get it going. And hopefully that'll all just get all the olives we need. And what about this this is all done except for the sanctuary, so I just need to wait for that. People are coming in, which is good. There's 240 people able to come in, which is pretty nice. Mostly running on here. We've got all the sculpture we need. I don't think we're going to need to have too much sculpture in the city, so I'll just leave it like that. I'll keep it simple. Actually, this is a good opportunity to... Let's set this to 4, and we're going to accept armor in here as well. And we're going to build a bit of an armory industry. I'll just draw this road all the way along. Actually, I don't need to go that far, so we can just put down a couple of armories here and here, and we'll just put down more foundries just to sort of boost bronze production. Bronze production out of the foundries. and we should be fine. So we've got all this sort of fun affair here. Gades needs food, that's fine. Oh, and Menissus asked for olive oil, which I sent, which is good. But Menissus is kind of useless. I'm not even trading with them. Because I don't need to. We've got plenty of unemployment, which is good. I don't think we're going to need too much sculpture. Actually, that's got not enough sculpture, so we'll just delete that. And that, we don't need them anymore. Plenty of sculpture coming back down here anyway for this monument. This only needs a little bit more wood and then it'll be fine. Don't think we'll need too much more wood anyway. Got nearly a full storage yard of this. We've got plenty of olives being produced, I think. Or do we not have enough? I'm not sure, it's hard to tell. Once all this exhausts into the system, I think we should be fine. Gauge gardens more highly, that's good. Not getting very many monuments though, so let's just run time on here.
I want to be loved by you.
Now that is somehow empty. Oh, it's because it took the meat as food for the request, okay. Now what's there? People like 65 people unemployed. Let's just provide olive oil access, and we can also put down an observatory just there, and that's just in line, I think. Yeah, just sort of. So that's okay, that's going to provide everyone access to that stuff. Unfortunately, I'm going to have problems with the monuments. Oh, a gift of wine from Uamos, which I don't need. This is not working yet, which is why these houses haven't evolved just yet. And there we go, the Artemis menagerie is complete. So we can now summon Atalanta to the city, which has also met one of our goals of building a sanctuary. So I think we're doing pretty well, and I'm going to stockpile armor up there because I'm going to need to bring it down here. Anyway, this is what this little spectre is going to be for. It's going to have all the storage yards needed to accept all the stuff that needs to come down here. I'm going to just put down. This is going to accept olive oil and fleece. Oops. And this will have that and that, which we can just get. That'll have that going, and I'll just go across there and get that stuff. So we are doing fairly well, I think. We don't need to be getting any more sculpture down here, so we'll just accept. Sorry, employees needed, yes. There's Artemis. Yeah, we can summon Atalanta, which I'm going to do very shortly once I've got all this sorted. This is going to go all the way up here and get this stuff, which is good. We're going to have a central distribution for our common housing here. This needs... Oh, it needs appeal, which of course we don't have. So, I think we're ready to continue here. Yeah, because we can put down that just in there and have all the evidence. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I think, yeah, because then we can have the biblioteca and all that. Anyway, so I'm rambling here. Let's save. And we'll just summon Atalanta to the city. Send for her. That's emptied out this stuff here. We'll just speed this along.
Now that Atalanta is here, you have nothing to fear.
If you say so. So where is Atalanta? Here she is. She is a woman.
This city is as wonderful as a golden apple.
Why do you have so many references to whoever it is that does golden apple shit? Never mind. All I have to do now is send Atalanta to snare animals. So what I'll do is I'll let this run, and I'll come back in once we have finished the mission completely.
Thanks to Artemis and Atalanta, our extra-large animal problem is solved. I am happy to say that we did our part in controlling these creatures too. Using Orichalc, our scientists devised the most amazing weapon called Atlantean fire. There is nothing more majestic than watching blazing red Atlantean fire fly through the air and hit its target. When Atlantean fire strikes its victim, it adheres to the unsuspecting subject, causing quite a lot of pain. That gopher sure didn't like Atlantean fire much. Can you believe that Orichalc, which decorates pyramids so beautifully, can be transformed by our scientist into a deadly weapon? You should really try it out for yourself. Just build a tower or frigate wharf. Once these buildings have received some Orichalc, The workers there will make Atlantean fire. You'll be thrilled with the result. It seems that several smaller beasts have escaped Artemis and Atalanta's nets and snares. Luckily, our own armies have had little trouble killing these hideous half-man, half-horse creatures.
That was a long victory text. Is that some of that sounded like as if it was a mission briefing? But yeah, so you can put an orichalc into frigate wars. It says here towers, but I've never actually seen that, so I don't know. Anyway, that was the mission Big Game Hunting. We're going to go on to the next part and continue with Atlantis. We're going to start conquering cities, but it's going to result in something bad happening. I'll see you in the next mission of Poseidon, Master of Atlantis. Bye now.